Warren Buffett has a saying, price is what you pay, value is what you get. Well, if Warren Buffett said it, it must be true. According to Wikipedia, as of April 2024, he was the ninth richest person in the world. So he probably knows what he's talking about. When we struggle with clutter, we need to make decisions based on whether or not something is going to help us achieve and add value to our best life, or whether we can let it go so it can be part of someone else's best life. Much of our clutter are things that we've never or barely used. As a result, we only have the memory of the price we paid for it, or the memory of what we intended to do with it to help us make a decision. Here are 7 things to consider when you're focused on price or past intention, not value. First, the value has gone. That thing in your clutter had value when you bought it. You paid a price you believed it was worth at the time you paid for it, otherwise you wouldn't have bought it. However, you never turn that financial value into any other type of value, such as practical value, sentimental value, and so on. Because either you didn't use it or you only used it a few times. In the past, you may have told yourself that you would get value out of it when I clear my clutter, but you didn't clear your clutter because you kept things you haven't used. You're trapped in a vicious clutter-keeping cycle. It's time to accept that you had good intentions in the past, poor execution in the present, and you're never realistically going to get any more value out of that thing in your clutter in the future. The second thing to consider is that the money has already gone. The money was gone the minute you paid for it, when it had value and you thought you were going to use it. If you had used it, you wouldn't be focused on the price, unless you're one of those really annoying people who goes around telling everybody how much or how little you paid for everything. That either makes you look like you're a Scrooge, only buying things if they're on sale or at rock bottom prices, things you never actually needed, because if you really needed it, you would be willing to pay full price for it. Or you're so insecure you have to flaunt your wealth to get the attention that you crave. If you're the latter, you can save time and money on your journey by paying for storage units to simply store your clutter. The third thing to consider is depreciation. The things you buy lose financial value over time, regardless of how much or how often you use it, or what you think they should be worth. For example, a car loses approximately 11% of its financial value as soon as you drive it home. If you average 10,000 miles a year, it will have lost around 40% of its financial value by the end of the first year, 60% by the end of the third year. Thanks to how fast technology evolves, a mobile cell phone loses even more. It can lose 78% of its value in the first year. So that iPhone you bought for £1,000 or dollars may only be financially worth £220 or dollars after the first year. Your clutter is the same. Unless you have an immaculate, still-in-the-box original Star Wars, or is it Star Trek, figurine, it won't be worth anywhere near what you paid for it in the past. So let go of the price you paid for it, because you are unlikely to ever get that money back. The fourth thing to consider is that there is a limited demand for the things in your clutter. You may love that Princess Diana-style wedding dress that you bought back in 1982, and you may have finally accepted that you'll never wear it again, fit into it again, renew your wedding vows in it, wear it for your next wedding, even if you do find the perfect man second or third time around. Although you're ready to let go of it, are you realistically going to find someone who is willing to buy that dress and pay to have the alterations required to make it fit their body perfectly? How much of your time, energy, and effort will it take you to find that someone? Trying to find someone who agrees that something in your clutter is worth the price you paid for it, or more, is like looking for a needle in a haystack. That's not to say that needle isn't there. It's just very, very small in the grand scheme of things, which leads on to reason number 5. The fifth thing to consider with the things in your clutter is time, energy, and effort. How much time, energy, and effort are you prepared to spend looking for that needle in the haystack? Time, energy, and effort that would be better spent making decisions about the things in your clutter and getting closer to your best life. You only have 1 68 hours in a week, 56 of which you need to set aside for good quality sleep to help you make balanced, realistic decisions. You only have a limited amount of mental and emotional energy. Aren't those limited resources more valuable when you use them to get closer to your clutter-free best life by letting go of things in your clutter, rather than trying to reclaim the money that you spent on that thing that you didn't use and will require your time, energy, and effort to find that needle in the haystack? The sixth thing you need to consider when making decisions about the things in your clutter is that when you focus on price, you're ignoring one important price. I hear time and time again that people consider or justify putting their clutter in self-storage so that they have things in case they need them or because they intend or want to use them in the future. Their favorite books, clothing, furniture, tools, appliances, antiques, and so on. Things that they see in terms of the price they paid for them, what they think they're worth, and to save the cost of replacing them if they want or need them in the future. Yet they're ignoring one important price, that of the storage unit. Yes, you might get the first month or even 3 months for free, but what you pay in storage costs almost always outweighs the price of replacing what you put in that storage unit. For example, if you pay £100 or dollars a month for self-storage, 3 years of storage equals £3,600 or dollars. 5 years equals £6,000 or dollars. 10 years equals £12,000 or dollars. You get the idea. But what is the total price of replacing everything in that storage unit after you've taken into account all of the points I previously mentioned? Wouldn't it be better to let go of the clutter and either save £100 or dollars a month while you're on your journey, or reduce your bills between now and step 7 of your journey? After all, storage units are always the last to be cleared when you're on your clutter clearing journey. The seventh and final reason you need to focus on the value, not the price of things in your clutter, is because of your best life. Do you think of your best life as being a price or having value? Does your best life script include anything relating to price? Yes, it really is that simple. You can clear your clutter fast or you can clear your clutter forever, but you can't clear your clutter forever fast. If you're ready to get the help and support that you need to succeed and clear your clutter forever, click on the link with this video and find out how I can help you.